Okay, so question number 7. A 16-year-old boy is brought to the emergency department because of confusion, fatigue, and abdominal pain. He has also experienced excessive thirst, polyuria during the last 3 weeks. His past medical history is insignificant. Urine dipstick is positive for glucose and ketones. So, which of the following factors for like contributed to the development of this patient? So, as we can see, I sense this is like diabetes mellitus 1. Okay, and as there is also ketone, so let's see. So the islets leukocytic. Okay, so the question was about which of the following factors most likely contributed to the development of the patient. So islet leukocytic infiltration is responsible for this condition of the patient, right? So progression of the type 1 diabetes mellitus. Let's see what the graph says. Functional beta cell mass. Okay, there is a mass in the beta cell mass, functional beta cell mass. So gene susceptibility, environmental events triggered autoimmune response against beta cell, then dysglycemia and presence of autoantibodies, diabetes mellitus. Okay, that's the diabetes mellitus. In diabetes mellitus, this beta cells function has decreased to 0. The patient is presenting with diabetes ketoacidosis. Okay, the patient has got diabetic ketoacidosis, a condition that most commonly affects patients with type 1 diabetes mellitus due to their absolute insulin deficiency. Okay, this patient has absolute insulin deficiency, and that's why he has got type 1 diabetes mellitus and also got diabetic ketoacidosis. Type 1 diabetes mellitus occurs in genetically susceptible individuals who are exposed to triggered environmental factors like viral infections, environmental toxins, dietary components. The result is autoimmune response against pancreatic beta cells, leads to progressive loss of beta cell mass. Okay, so in case of diabetes type 1 diabetes mellitus, type 1 DM, individuals who are exposed to triggering environmental factors like viral infections, environmental toxins, this can be the factors, right? These are the factors: viral infection, environmental toxins, dietary components. So for these factors, there is going to have an autoimmune response against pancreatic beta cells, leads to progressive loss of beta cell mass. So as the body itself is working against the pancreatic beta cells, so the beta cells is going to get decreased. So there is loss of beta cells. Overt manifestation of diabetes mellitus tend to develop once greater 90% of beta cells are destroyed. Okay, as a result, greater 90% of the beta cells are destroyed. So although antibodies against islets antigens are detected in large number of patients, they are thought to play a permissive role in disease pathogenesis. So the destruction of beta cell occurs primarily through cell-mediated immunity. So infiltration of islets by inflammatory cells called insulitis is more prominent during the early stage of this disease. Okay, before talking about this, I'm going to jump into educational objective. The educational objective has said autoimmune insulitis is a condition with progressive beta cell loss. Okay, is the most common cause of diabetes mellitus. Okay, so autoimmune insulitis has led this patient to have diabetes mellitus type 1. Insulin resistance accompanied by relative insulin deficiency is the main cause of type 2 diabetes mellitus 2. Okay, so here we have got antibodies against islet antigens. Islet antigens means like the antigens that reside in the islets of Langerhans. So we see that we have got beta cells there, right? So as the antibody is working against the islets of Langerhans, means it's also working against the beta cells, so the beta cell destruction is happening. So this is a cell mediated immunity. So infiltration of islets by inflammatory cells, because the antibody is working on the islets, right? So the islet is going to get inflamed. So that's why this inflammation is seen. So that's why this is called insulitis, and this is a prominent early stage of the disease. Okay, that's it. Thank you.